Good morning, it's Monday and I've been in the workshop for about an hour, so I think it's time to start off this video by saying hi. My name is Cian. I'm a traditional leather worker based in Oldcastle, County Meath, and we do custom commissions, we do stock for retailers, we do markets in person, we sell online, we do all sorts of work in the leatherworking aspect of our business, but we also work through social media. We're on TikTok, we've got a Discord server, and now we're on YouTube too. That's where you guys are watching. If you haven't already, please do hit a like, hit a subscribe. We're going to aim for 15 likes on this one, and we've just passed 200 on the subs, so thank you so much, guys. But let's get on with today. So today is going to be a tough one. My parents' home upgrades are still going on. They just got solar put up last week and the electricians are here to wire that up, so the power is on and off spotty all day. There's plumbers in the house working, so there's water off, so that makes it harder for casing leather and making tea. Probably the more important part, that kind of thing. So we're kind of taking the day as it comes, but we are still smashing out some work. Guys, check this out. So guys, today I'm working on 2 Kindle covers, both gifts for both really nice patrons, and yeah, both are different, both will be tooled but in very different styles, different colors, but the general makeup on them is very similar. So yeah, I am just cutting the angle basically on the lid, so these are held together with like a retaining strap basically once they're closed. So I'm currently making the cuts so that it's not all the one width and that the lid will actually fit into that strap nicely. So we go for a straight angled cut first, and then we round off the corners up at the top, at the very outside of the lid, and we will make the angles flow just a little bit better then with some sandpaper as we build the piece. For now, that is the Stanley knife away. Let's flip this and just take a look. We're looking nice and clean. Flip it back over so we're not leaving any marks with this here wee little anvil that I like to use, and let's cut our curves. I'm going to use the head knife for this. A nice clean curve again. Everything can be cleaned up with a little piece of sandpaper, but we like to reduce the amount of sanding that we gotta do. So if we line these up nicely and cut them quite well, it's gonna leave us with a nice, easy job in finishing off later. That's looking pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. So this is basically how these will go together, and line it up like this. So they'll be sewn up the side, decorative stitch around the lid, and then I don't actually, do I have one? Basically a wee strap across here, and that'll be that. It's gonna be really nice. And as I said, we are working on 2 of them. But for now, I'm going to just take a look at our edges and make sure we don't need to do any preliminary sanding before I mark our stitch line and punch out all of our stitch holes. Then I'm going to take these home with me tonight and I'm going to sketch on the artwork. I am a little bit behind on one of them. One of them I'm a little bit ahead, but it makes sense to make 2 at the same time. But I am a little bit behind on one of them, so I'm going to sketch the artwork on tonight for tooling tomorrow, all going well. I am going to be with Kuan tomorrow for a while, I believe. Leah's just double checking her plans for me, but I believe I'm going to be with Kuan for a while, and yeah, I'll probably be in the workshop then, kind of in the evening or something like that. Or it could be early morning before Leah's plans. Who knows? Who knows? We just figure it out as we go. It's kind of one of the best parts about running my own business, is that I can be flexible in the care for my son, which I love. I love being able to take time basically with him as I'm needed, and sometimes just as I want to as well. It's really, really nice. Okay, overall this one is pretty damn good. I think this one does need a little touch up. We had a bit of a squirrely cut just here. So let's take the time to address that, straighten up that edge, and go from there. Very, very slight. I see you. I'm gonna have to cut towards it because it's just laying itself down basically. So coming from the inside here, in this case, will be just a little bit easier. Shorten down this knife. I gotta grab a new one of these soon. Let's see if I remember that. Okay, and that helps that out quite a bit. Let's touch all of that just with a little bit of sandpaper, just to clean it up. Don't need much. Just here, that's going to come off with our beveler too. Nice. Nice. Okay, perfect. So wing dividers are needed. If I can find them, here they are. Let's move you guys over just a little bit. Let's mark a stitch line here. Nice and almost thoughtless, really, marking the stitch line here. Of course, we want to keep it clean and consistent, but it runs all the way around the piece. Some of it being, of course, structural, while other parts just being decorative. We hand stitch all of our pieces with a saddle stitch, so sometimes customers like to add that little bit of decoration, like on the pocket opening basically here and around the lid. I really like it too. It ties together pieces very nicely. And yeah, what this is going to do then, because I'll mark our crease line as well, and this is going to let us see the space, basically the area that we have for artwork. But that is one done. Let's change you guys' camera angle and do another. This on and back down along the length of the piece. And our final curve here on the lid and meet perfectly. Now I'm just going to set our wing dividers for what wider crease line here. Just a touch further. Perfect. So now we follow this one around with a crease line. So this line will be cut with the swivel knife and then creased either with a bone folder, or we could bevel into it using a smooth beveler, just depending on what each piece would like, you know, what's going to work for each piece. I personally think one of these is going to be bone folder. The other, I'm not so sure just yet. The other, I've got full disclosure on the artwork, or full freedom, I suppose. Disclosure isn't the right word there. So I'm not sure what we're going to do just yet. So I don't know if we're going to bevel into it or if we're just going to crease it. But hey, we shall see. I often find when coming around these tighter curves, it helps to bring your wing divider just a little bit more vertical than you usually would. And yeah, that's this one good. Let's set this one aside and run through with this one. And let's start on one of our square corners. Come right the way down. And then come around our corner. Let's come around this corner too. Perfect. Right the way down. So one of these pieces is going to be two-tone, black and green. Green basically with a black border and then green stitching. It's going to have a somewhat contemporary piece of artwork put on there. I'm not going to show you guys that because it's a gift, and the end recipient, if they were to watch the video, would know about it because it's a somewhat personal piece of artwork. But the other one then will be more traditional browns, and highly likely I'm going to go for some floral work there. But that is them looking good. Next is punching the stitch line. I'm going to set you guys up a nice little camera angle and go from there. We are going to kick into a little bit of a time lapse here as we punch our stitch holes. Let's do it, guys. So we are finished in the workshop. My phone ran out of storage, so I stopped recording, but I will be doing a little bit of sketching later, so I'll show you how far we got on the pieces. We were at home for a little while, and now we've decided to go to the lake, but not to swim. We're just going to go and skip some stones, or try to. We're all quite bad at it, but yeah, just chill basically beside the lake. It's very, very pretty. It's quite choppy today, so it's a good job that we're not swimming. Yeah. Love. Say hi.
Hi.